Okay. So basically, if you guys don't know what went down last night, just to summarize it for you guys, last night on Zuma's stream, I don't know how it happened. I kind of joined like whenever it was already underway, but they took it into their own hands to get some of this shit GA'd or not GA'd, and they basically were holding votes live on stream, and they were having the pros tweet if they were in or not. And the biggest one that came from the night, which I don't think is much of a surprise, but Snaking GA gets 10 out of 12 votes from Boston, Seattle, LAG, Carolina, Vegas, Optic, Rocker, Ultra Phase, NYSL, before votes cast from LAT or Miami. I'm pretty sure they also agreed to it. I'm pretty sure everybody agreed to the Snaking GA. Because y'all already know that people are going to break that GA at some point throughout the year. You already know. It's going to happen. This GA right here, this GA is a dam. It's a dam that's eventually, there's going to be little cracks in it, right? And a little bit of water is going to start trickling through it until it eventually just fucking bursts. At least that's how I see it going. Hopefully the pros are actually like, they respect this. They respect the GA. And we don't see snaking. I think the game will play a lot better without it. Let's just say that. Is there a skill gap with snaking? Sure. There's people that are better at snaking, better at utilizing it than others. But I think it's kind of game breaking, and we're gonna see a year, or at least a couple. We're gonna see at least a couple weeks. I mean, hopefully it sticks up, but we're gonna see at least a couple weeks with no snaking, and we're gonna see how it plays. And I feel like this is very important, specifically for this year, because like last year, yeah, snaking was annoying. There was a lot of heady. There's always gonna be a lot of headies in Call of Duty. At the end of the day, it's Call of Duty. But like a map like Terminal, for instance, like Terminal Hardpoint, I mean, some of those hills are just absolutely unbreakable. And that's largely because of snaking, also because of, just the game, how it plays, the setups and stuff like that. But snaking makes people harder kills, right? So some of those hills are going to be a little bit easier to break. Snaking GA is on the players. They only have themselves to blame if this fails. Chat, honestly, do we think this is going to fail? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yes. Okay, wow. Basically all yes. Okay. I agree with you guys, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm hoping the pros don't break this and they hold it. Because back in the day, we GA'd snaking. It actually kind of held. It would happen once in a blue moon, and it would be like people would get really mad about it, but then, you'd kind of move on. I'm hoping that this new, upbringing of players stick to it. Do I think they're gonna? The rule is you can only snake twice in one spot. Okay, so I like that. I like that a lot, actually, because the reason why I like that is because you can't do it over and over, which is obviously game-breaking, but if you do it twice, at least there's some leeway for people. So it's not like, because obviously, dude, you're going to get snaked. It's impossible. If someone pop-up glitches you and they're on a heady, it's going to happen. That's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. It's going to happen multiple times every single map. But if there's a 2-time limit, then it gives the players a little bit of leeway where they're not, just absolutely raging at the other team, and then it goes to shit, and everyone just starts snaking. It's all out pandemonium. The GA goes away. Everyone starts snaking. At least there's, a little bit of leeway for people. So I actually didn't know that, and thank you for filling me in, but I actually like that a lot. I think it's going to help. I think it's going to help the longevity of the GA. There's no way this is happening. I'm in shock. I can't wait to see the first time someone snakes and there's a huge meltdown. Again, that kind of goes back with my point. It's like if someone snakes one time, it's fine. You snake twice, it's fine. You snake 3 times, motherfucker. Not fine. Oh God. I didn't think about that. As if the players didn't have enough bullshit from the community that they're dealing with. They're getting roasted when they play bad. Now if they snake, people are gonna be out with their pitchforks and torches Oh, God. I mean, it's going to be an entertaining year. That's for sure. Like, dude, it's going to be entertaining. Because everyone is going to be on ass. Everyone. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what comes from it, dude. Players are. Oh man, players are gonna be. There's gonna be so much drama around this year. I feel like just around this one GA. I feel like there's gonna be so much drama, so much controversy. I hope not. I hope it's smooth and everyone gets along and we play the game and there's integrity and everyone respects it. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot. The community once again makes the scene better by bullying the pros. Good job by us. Okay, so yeah, so how did this necessarily happen? So Tom, got with Slasher and it just kind of fucking sparked it? Is that how this happened? And then the community, obviously everybody's on the stream, all the pros are in the stream. And if you say no, the whole community knows that. See, that's what I was saying, though. That's what I wanted to happen. I wanted the community to get involved because once the community gets involved, it just puts so much social pressure, and they know this is the right thing. Like, the players know this is the right thing. Right? They know. So with the community pressure, they know this is the right thing to do. It kind of just forces their hand to do it. So I like it. That's why I was kind of saying, like, with Smokes, let's play a show match on stream, make it a big fucking thing, have the whole community come out and watch it, and then if it looks like it plays well, then let's get it done. Let's get it done. But yeah, I mean, huge props to Tom. This is great. I mean, yeah, we can do a Wuma spam. I mean, this is fucking great, dude. Snaking, it's been a very, very controversial topic, and now something's finally happening around it. It might not be a permanent fix, but at least for right now, it's a great fix. How insane is it that we were told it was impossible to do all of this for years, and it all got GA'd in one night? That's how it happens. I'm telling you, that's just how it happens. It's like everybody builds up. They build up this rage and emotion, and then all it takes is one tipping point, and then boom, everybody's on the same page. And last night was the tipping point. Now think about what else dumb shit the pros have been saying won't work or can't be done for their precious competitive game. Random smokes, snipers too strong. See, now this is a little OD now. Let's worry about one thing at a time. We get snaking out of the way. That's great. Smokes, now will they actually follow through and stick with it? Scrappy didn't seem convinced. I'm not either. We'll see in a week. Yeah, I mean, we'll really know on the 8th, right? Like, we don't get that access to scrims. We don't get to see. We get to watch BPL 8s and stuff like that at night. So we do get a little glimpse inside of, like, the competitive games. But we won't know until there's, like, actually something on the line. Opening day, who's gonna break that shit? But, I mean, that's really all I got to say about the snaking GA. I mean, I'm happy it happened. We got confirmation from everybody. I don't really want to talk about this very much because I saw this drama going on as well. Haggy in some more controversy. I don't know. What do you guys think about this situation? Because I feel like as long as he, like, and I believe he said this, but as long as you, like, remove yourself, if there's pros in line ahead of you, then, like, I don't see the point of banning him. At least that's my take on it. If there's people in the queue that are professional players, like, I mean, the queue should be this. It should be, in terms of, like, priority, I don't think this is, like, mind-boggling either. It's CDL pros, challengers players, and then, like, I guess content creators that could play to fill up the lobbies. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely tiers to it. Last time you stole my spot, you legit responded to me and Reese that we should queue faster. Right after we just won the series. To me, that is hilarious. I mean, that's kind of crazy. if he said that, if he said that he wasn't joking, that's crazy. If you are not currently a pro, you should not be taking pro slots. Come on, Haggy. See, that's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's literally all there is to it. Okay, so this was on Tom's stream last night. These were some of the other GAs that they were talking about, which it doesn't just stop at snaking. Snaking is obviously probably the biggest one. But now we got single tap and ATS GA vote, which honestly, ATS, I think all of the players already understand that's like that shouldn't be in the game. ATS shouldn't be in. Single tap is a little bit more of a discussion, but ATS, obviously, that should just be gone. ATS gives you free fucking, it's just free, what do we call it? Just free sauce. Free sauce, that's what it was. ATS gives you like free sauce. Free sauce. Single tap sort of gives you free sauce, not as much as ATS, but it still gives you some free sauce. So I like this as well. Did this one end up going through? I didn't end up catching the end of this one. Did this one end up going through? This one ended up going through as well. Okay, so single tap is GA'd. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I will not be following that GA. I will be using single tap to sprint the entire year. You fucking kidding me? I'm not a professional. I'm have single tap on all year long. I don't have ATS on. ATS actually fucks me up. But single tap I got on. So yeah, this goes through as well. I think that's great as well. I think that's fantastic. Now, everybody that you see with sauce, that is earned sauce. That sauce was earned, that was worked for. That is just it's butter. You know, it's butter. So I like this as well. And then also, this is probably, in my opinion, this is the second biggest one. This is the second biggest one. We got snaking, we got sound EQ, and then single tap. I would probably put that in third. Sound EQ. Obviously, this has been an issue in Call of Duty pretty much since last year. The game didn't have dead silence. It had a field upgrade, but didn't have a perk that was permanently on you. You guys all played MW2. Sound EQ last year was insane. It was fucking insane. Sound EQ this year is also kind of insane because covert boots can still be heard through Sound EQ. So this is great. I think Sound EQ, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be frustrating whenever rank play comes out. And obviously, I mean, if you're not a professional player, you don't have to follow the GAs. So everybody that's like good or like iridescent or crimson up is going to be probably rocking Sound EQ if they're on PC, which will be annoying for the pros. But what are you going to do? At least they won't have to deal with it in their professional matches. Did Sound EQ go through as well? Did it fully go through? I watched the snaking part, and then we were watching a movie, so I stopped watching. Sound EQ went through as well. It did. Were there any other GAs that went through? Other than these three? Did I miss anything? Okay, so this was it. I also caught a little bit of wind that Dynamic could possibly be getting looked at. And I know who started that one, and his name is Brandon Bruce Dashy. That's who started that one, because that guy hates Dynamic. You know why he hates Dynamic? Because in Cold War, me, him, and someone else on our team, I can't remember if it was Matt or Dylan, all used Standard. And like a fourth of the way through the year, they were like, dude, we're fucking trolling not using Dynamic. I think Cammy used Standard. There were a couple other players in Cold War that used Standard, but mainly everybody switched over to Dynamic during Cold War. Honestly, Dynamic is a lot easier to use, in my opinion. But that one's going to be a tough one to GA. I mean, that just straight up, I'm going to be honest, the probability of that getting GA'd, I would say, is probably 0. I mean, every pro team, I mean, I would say, I don't want to say this because I don't know for sure. I haven't looked at every player's settings and shit. But I would say that every pro team, 3 to 4 players are using Dynamic. Maybe one person isn't. Everybody else is probably on Dynamic. Maybe Linear, but I feel like there's not a lot of Standard users anymore. He said, all right, make sure make sure we're snaking. I mean, make sure we're not snaking. Shotzi before first scrim after GA. Dude, I feel like this shit could really spice things up, man. It can really spice things up. I don't think it's going to rattle things that much. I still think the best players are going to be the best players in the league. But some players in the league were really good at snaking and just really good at abusing it and, like, playing their lives. Like, there's definitely players that are way better at it than others. One player that doesn't snake as much that comes to mind, and he's on our team, is AG or Pred. Pred's kind of known in the competitive community to not really snake as much. Now, if you look at a player like Celium or Draza or like Shotzi or players, you know, that really tap into that movement, they were snaking. And they were snaking damn well. But do I think it's going to affect how those players play? No, I don't. I think those players are all still going to be fucking gross. I mean, they're just all good players.